Straw Hat Pirates, led by the spirited and fearless Monkey D. Luffy, have embarked on a grand adventure to find the legendary treasure, One Piece, and fulfill their dreams. Along their journey, they have grown stronger, forged unbreakable bonds, and faced countless adversaries. On the other side, stand the Blackbeard Pirates, led by the cunning and power-hungry Marshall D. Teats, also known as Blackbeard. With his crew of fearsome individuals, he seeks to amass unimaginable power and rule over the seas. As these two crews cross paths, their clash is inevitable in the future. But what if their fight was to unfold as a current timeline? Would the Straw Hats be able to defeat the Blackbeard Pirates with their current power level, or would their battle end in a draw? Or could it be that Blackbeard Pirates would completely overpower these Straw Hats? In this video, we will thoroughly analyze the potential outcome of a battle between the Straw Hats and the Blackbeard Pirates, considering their current power levels, strengths, and strategic capabilities. Starting off with the weakest members from each crew, we have Chopper and Doc Q. Both characters are doctors, but they have very different approaches to their profession. Chopper is a kind and compassionate doctor who wants to heal people, while Doc Q is a sadistic and a twisted doctor who enjoys inflicting pain and suffering. Chopper, despite his cute appearance, possesses immense strength and an arsenal of transformations granted by his Rumble Ball. With his wide range of forms and medical expertise, Chopper has proven himself to be a formidable combatant. His speed, agility, and the ability to adapt his physicality to different situations make him a versatile fighter. On the other hand, Doc Q's ability to manipulate his own sickness through the sickness fruit adds a unique and enigmatic twist to the battle. While his illness may seem like a hindrance, it grants him an unusual advantage. The extent of his control over his sickness remains uncertain, but it undoubtedly provides him with unexpected abilities and resilience. As the clash begins, Chopper may initially underestimate the abilities of Doc Q due to his appearance and sickly nature. However, Doc Q's mastery over his sickness proves to be a formidable challenge. He strategically uses his illness to disrupt Chopper's attacks and defenses, exploiting weaknesses and capitalizing on unexpected opportunities. Chopper, drawing upon his medical knowledge, must analyze Doc Q's sickness patterns and adapt his strategies accordingly. He may experiment with different Rumble Ball transformations to counteract the effects of Doc Q's sickness or find ways to nullify its impact. Chopper's intelligence and resourcefulness become crucial assets in this battle of wits and adaptability. In contrast, Doc Q's sickness-based abilities, coupled with his enigmatic nature, allow him to play mind games with Chopper. He may exploit Chopper's empathetic nature using illusions and psychological tactics to unsettle him. Doc Q's unpredictability and unusual fighting style make him a challenging opponent to read and counteract. The outcome of this clash hinges on Chopper's ability to exploit weaknesses in Doc Q's control over his sickness and find a way to overcome his unusual tactics. Chopper's determination, coupled with his medical expertise and battle instincts, provide him with a fighting chance. He may uncover a strategy that takes advantage of Doc Q's reliance on his sickness, forcing him into vulnerable positions. Ultimately, the battle between Chopper and Doc Q is not solely reliant on physical strength, but also on mental fortitude, adaptability, and strategic thinking. The ultimate victor will be determined by their capacity to adapt, seize opportunities, and exploit weaknesses in the heat of battle. And as of present time, Doc Q has a slight edge on all these areas over Chopper, so Doc Q beats Chopper by a tiny margin. Moving on, we have Nami versus Katarina Devon. Nami, armed with a Cream attack and the power of the weather controlling Zeus, has become a force to be reckoned with. Her mastery over meteorological manipulation grants her control over lightning, thunderstorms, and various other weather phenomena. Combined with her sharp intellect and strategic thinking, Nami has proven herself capable of turning the tides of battle. On the other side stands Katarina Devon, wielding the Inu Inu no Mi model QB no Kitsune Devil Fruit. This mythical Jovan-type fruit grants her the ability to transform into a nine-tailed fox, an entity known for its cunning and supernatural powers. As a shapeshifter, Devon gains increased speed, agility, and formidable combat capabilities, making her a versatile and elusive opponent. As the battle commences, Nami harnesses the power of Zeus and unleashes her arsenal of weather-based attacks. Lightning bolts crackle through the air and fierce winds buffet the surroundings as she seeks to control the battlefield. Her tactics tactical approach involves utilizing her Klimatak's various functions to create devastating weather patterns and strike from a distance, taking advantage of her long-range abilities. Devon, in her transformed fox form, utilizes her agility and shape-shifting skills to evade Nami's attacks. With supernatural speed and keen reflexes, she maneuvers around the battlefield, leaping and darting with uncanny precision. Her versatile fighting style, combined with her swift physical strikes, makes her a formidable adversary even against Nami's weather manipulation. In this clash of elemental forces and shape-shifting prowess, Nami's resourcefulness and adaptability become paramount. She must analyze Devon's movements, predict her shape-shifting strategies, and seize opportunities to disrupt her opponent's flow. Nami's wit and strategic thinking become essential in countering Devon's elusive and agile combat style. On the other hand, Devon's supernatural abilities allow her to exploit weaknesses in Nami's defenses and counter her weather-based attacks. Her shape-shifting capabilities provide an advantage in close combat, where her speed and precision allow her to strike swiftly and efficiently. If Nami is able to control the battlefield with her weather manipulation, using her intellect and adaptability while countering Devon's agility and shape-shifting prowess, the battle might go in the favor of Nami. However, in contrast, if Devon manages to utilize her supernatural advantages to exploit Nami's vulnerabilities and find openings for devastating strikes, she will definitely win the battle. And with the way Nami is now, she is bound to lose in the hands of Katarina Devon. Another thrilling matchup is between the two snipers, God Usopp and Van Ogre. Usopp, armed with his arsenal of unique ammunition and honed sniping skills, has become a formidable force on the battlefield. His exceptional eyesight and accuracy, combined with his strategic mind, allow him to strike with precision from long distances. With the addition of his developed observation haki, Usopp gains enhanced perception and the ability to sense the intentions and presence of his opponents. On the opposing side, Van Ogre possesses the Wapu Wapu no Mi, a Paramecia type devil fruit that grants him the power of teleportation. With this ability, he can instantaneously transport himself and potentially evade attacks. Van Ogre's power adds an element of unpredictability and versatility to the battle, as he can disappear and reappear at will, making it challenging for his opponents to anticipate his movements. As the battle ensues, Usopp strategically positions himself, utilizing his observation haki to sense Van Ogre's presence and predict his teleportation patterns. He carefully analyzes the environment, attempting to anticipate Van Ogre's next move and adjust his aim accordingly. Usopp's accuracy and keen intellect become vital tools as he seeks to pinpoint his elusive opponent. Meanwhile, Van Ogre utilizes his teleportation abilities to maneuver swiftly and evade Usopp's attacks. His unpredictable nature allows him to vanish from one location and reappear in another, creating opportunities for surprise strikes. Van Ogre's agility and the element of surprise make him a challenging adversary for Usopp to target and counter effectively. In this clash of marksmanship and teleportation, Usopp's resourcefulness and adaptability play a crucial role. He must exploit his keen senses and anticipation skills to predict Van Ogre's movements and aim his shots accordingly. Usopp's ability to create elaborate strategies on the fly will be put to the test as he attempts to outmaneuver his elusive opponent. Conversely, Van Ogre's teleportation abilities grant him a significant advantage. He can exploit Usopp's momentary lapses in concentration and capitalize on openings to strike. Van Ogre's quick reflexes and ability to disappear and reappear at will provide him with opportunities to launch devastating counterattacks. The outcome of this battle rests on Usopp's ability to maintain focus, adapt to Van Ogre's teleportation, and seize crucial moments to strike accurately. In his current state, Usopp's tactical thinking and the development of his observation haki is inferior to that of Van Ogre's, and on top of that, Van Ogre possesses the broken teleportation fruit, an opponent sniper's worst nightmare. So at the present time, Van Ogre will definitely take the dub over Usopp. In the next battle, we have Robin versus Laphite. Robin, armed with a Hana Hana no Mi devil fruit, grants her the power to sprout multiple limbs and manipulate her surroundings with ease. Her ability to create copies of herself and restrain opponents offers a unique advantage in battle. Additionally, Robin's mastery of haki further enhances her combat skills, allowing her to infuse her attacks with formidable strength and precision. On the opposing side, Laphite possesses the Angel Fruit, a devil fruit that grants him angelic powers. This ability enables him to fly and potentially access various celestial abilities, Lafite's flight, and his potential mastery over the powers bestowed upon him make him a versatile and unpredictable adversary. As the battle commences, Robin strategically utilizes her Hana Hana no Mi powers to create multiple limbs, granting her enhanced agility and a wider range of attack options. Her ability to restrain opponents with her giant arms gives her an advantage in close quarters combat. Robin's high intellect provides her with tactical insight, enabling her to devise intricate strategies on the fly. In response, Lafite harnesses the celestial powers granted by his angel fruit. His ability to fly allows him to maneuver effortlessly around the battlefield, evading Robin's attacks and striking from unexpected angles. Lafite's angelic abilities may include the manipulation of light or the invocation of celestial forces, further adding to his arsenal and making him a versatile adversary. The battle between Robin and Lafite becomes a captivating clash of wits and supernatural abilities. Robin's strategic thinking and use of Haki empower her attacks, while Lafite's celestial powers and flight grant him an advantage in mobility and unpredictability. Robin must anticipate Lafite's aerial maneuvers and employ her Hana Hana no Mi powers creatively to counter his attacks. By utilizing her multiple limbs, she can potentially match Lafite's mobility and launch coordinated offensives. Robin's intellect becomes crucial in analyzing Lafite's celestial abilities and finding weaknesses to exploit. Meanwhile, Lafite's celestial powers enable him to disrupt Robin's strategy and launch surprise attacks from air. He may employ light-based techniques or invoke celestial forces to confound Robin's defenses. Lafite's unpredictability and versatility create challenges for Robin, forcing her to adapt and find creative solutions to neutralize his celestial abilities. The outcome of this battle depends on Robin's ability to outmaneuver Lafite and employ her Hana Hana no Mi powers effectively. By leveraging her Haki-infused attacks and strategic thinking, she can potentially find openings in Lafite's defenses and overcome his celestial advantages. This battle will most probably end with a draw, with both sides getting exhausted, unable to fight anymore. Moving on, we have another thrilling showdown between Brook and Vasco Shot. Brook, armed with his Yomi Yomi no Mi Devil Fruit, possesses the power of Soul Fruit. One of the unique abilities granted by this fruit is the power to freeze opponents, temporarily immobilizing them with his icy strikes and freezing techniques. Brook adds a chilling element to his swordsmanship, giving him an advantage in close quarters combat. His ability to freeze opponents not only limits their movements but also sets them up for devastating follow-up attacks. On the opposing side, Vasco Shot utilizes Liquor Devil Fruit to generate and control alcoholic fire attacks. By manipulating alcohol, Vasco Shot creates fiery projectiles that engulf his adversaries, inflicting burning damage and wreaking havoc on the battlefield. His arsenal of alcohol-based fire attacks adds a dangerous and explosive dimension to the battle, challenging Brook's resilience and defensive capabilities. As the clash begins, Brook's mastery of his freezing abilities becomes pivotal. He must strategically use his icy strikes to counter Vasco Shot's fiery assault. By freezing the alcoholic fire projectiles mid-air or creating protective barriers of ice, Brook aims to nullify or minimize the impact of Vasco Shot's attacks. Brook's agility and swordsmanship, coupled with his freezing techniques, allow him to create opportunities for precise counter-attacks. Vasco Shot, on the other hand, utilizes his Liquor Devil Fruit powers to unleash a relentless barrage of fiery alcohol attacks. He seeks to overwhelm Brook with the intense heat and destructive power of his projectiles. Vasco Shot's goal is to exploit any momentary lapse in Brook's defense and inflict burning damage to wear down his opponent. The outcome of this battle hinges on Brook's ability to effectively freeze Vasco Shot's fiery projectiles and neutralize the burning damage they may cause. Brook's quick reflexes, agility, and freezing techniques must be finely tuned to counter Vasco Shot's relentless assault. By utilizing his Yomi Yomi no Mi powers and freezing abilities strategically, as of current moment, Brook will most definitely get victory over Vasco Shot, and this is of course assuming Brook is not affected by alcohol, as he's all bones. The next battle showdown is Franky versus Sandman Wolf. Franky, armed with his ingenious robot modifications and laser beam powers, stands as a formidable force on the battlefield. With his powerful cyborg body and arsenal of gadgets, Franky combines brute strength with technological prowess. His laser beams unleash devastating energy attacks capable of inflicting substantial damage on his opponents. On the opposing side, giant Sandman Wolf wields the huge Devil Fruit, which allows him to increase his size to gargantuan proportions. This tremendous size grants him immense physical power, making him an intimidating adversary. Sandman Wolf's colossal form becomes his primary weapon, enabling him to crush opponents and demolish the surroundings. As the battle commences, Franky utilizes his robotic enhancement to enhance his physical abilities and withstand the immense power of Sanwan Wolf. He strategically employs his laser beams to target weak points and disrupt the giant's movements. Franky's adaptability and technological expertise allow him to adjust his tactics and counter Sanwan Wolf's colossal strength. Sanwan Wolf, towering over his opponents, employs his sheer size and brute force to overwhelm Franky with colossal stomps and devastating punches. Sanwan Wolf aims to crush Franky under the weight of his colossal attacks. Franky's resilience and strategic thinking become critical as he must evade the giant's assaults and find opportunities to strike back with precision and calculated strikes. The outcome of this battle hinges on Franky's ability to utilize his robotic enhancements and laser beam powers effectively. By analyzing Sanwan Wolf's movements and exploiting any vulnerabilities in the giant's attacks, Franky can gain the upper hand. His technological expertise and strategic thinking play a vital role in this colossal clash. Another thrilling matchup is between Jinbei and Jesus Burgess. Jinbei, with his Fishman Karate and water-based powers, poses a formidable challenge on the battlefield. As a Fishman, Jinbei possesses extraordinary strength and agility, further enhanced by his mastery of Fishman Karate, a martial art that harnesses the power of water. His techniques combine precise strikes and fluid movements, making him a formidable opponent. On the opposing side, Jesus Burgess wields the Strength Devil Fruit, bestowing upon him immense superhuman strength. This ability allows him to exert force beyond normal human limits, transforming him into a physical formidable adversary. Burgess's raw power grants him the ability to overpower his opponents and deliver devastating blows. As the battle commences, Jinbei utilizes his water-based abilities and Fishman Karate techniques to create advantageous situations. By manipulating water, Jinbei can deliver powerful strikes and disrupt Burgess's movements. His agility and precise strikes become essential in countering Burgess's overwhelming strength. Burgess, relying on his immense power, launches relentless assaults to overpower Jinbei. His superhuman strength allows him to deliver bone-crushing blows and withstand formidable attacks. Burgess's relentless pursuit and raw power make him a formidable adversary, challenging Jinbei's endurance and defense. The outcome of this battle hinges on Jinbei's ability to effectively utilize his water-based powers and Fishman Karate techniques. By employing precise strikes and fluid movements, Jinbei aims to counter Burgess's brute force and find openings for devastating attacks. His understanding of aquatic combat and his resilience play crucial roles in this clash. Conversely, Burgess's raw power and superhuman strength create a formidable challenge for Jinbei. His overwhelming force and ability to withstand attacks test Jinbei's endurance and defensive capabilities. If Jinbei utilizes his agility, water manipulation, and strategic thinking to evade Burgess's assaults and counter with well-timed, devastating haki-infused strikes, he will definitely win this battle. Moving on, we have Sanji versus Avalo Pizarro. Sanji, equipped with his tough exoskeleton, armament haki, observation haki, and fire kick attacks, emerges as a formidable force on the battlefield. The tough exoskeleton enhances his physical durability, making him more resilient against attacks. Sanji's mastery of armament haki grants his kicks an additional layer of impenetrable defense and striking power. His heightened observation haki allows him to anticipate and counter his opponent's moves with precision. The combination of these abilities makes Sanji a force to be reckoned with. On the opposing side, Avalo Pizarro wields the Island Devil Fruit, bestowing upon him the extraordinary power to manipulate and control entire islands. Pizarro's control over the environment gives him a unique advantage in battle. He can reshape the terrain, summon geological formations, and manipulate the land itself to hinder his opponents. Pizarro's ability to control vast areas and alter the battleground presents a formidable challenge for Sanji. As the battle commences, Sanji utilizes his enhanced abilities to their fullest potential. His tough exoskeleton fortifies his defense, allowing him to withstand Pizarro's assaults. With his mastery of armament haki, Sanji can strike with increased power, infusing his kicks with the strength to overcome Pizarro's defenses. Furthermore, Sanji's heightened observation haki grants him the ability to anticipate Pizarro's movements and counter with precise strikes. Pizarro, armed with his Island Devil Fruit powers, manipulates the battlefield to gain an advantage. He may summon towering land formations, create treacherous terrains, or reshape the environment to hinder Sanji's movements. Pizarro's control over the land itself presents challenges for Sanji to navigate and find openings for his attacks. However, Sanji's enhanced abilities and adaptability provide him with the tools to overcome these obstacles. The outcome of this battle hinges on Sanji's ability to effectively utilize his tough exoskeleton, armament haki, observation haki, and fire kick attacks. By combining his enhanced physical attributes with his formidable kicking techniques, Sanji aims to overcome Pizarro's control over the battlefield. His strategic thinking, quick reflexes, and precise strikes become critical factors in evading Pizarro's manipulated terrains and delivering devastating blows. Conversely, Pizarro's control over the environment grants him a significant advantage. He can reshape the terrain and create obstacles to impede Sanji's movements. Pizarro's ability to manipulate the battleground and potentially redirect or nullify Sanji's attacks tests Sanji's adaptability and requires him to find creative solutions to overcome the challenges presented by the island Devil Fruit until and unless Sanji learns to use advanced Conqueror's Haki to create large-scale attacks with small-scale attacks which cause little to no damage to ginormous islands controlled by Pizarro. Sanji will eventually tire out in this battle before Pizarro, making Pizarro the victor in this battle. The next battle is the one you've all been eagerly waiting for, Zoro vs Shiryu. Zoro, revered for his unwavering determination and unparalleled swordsmanship, enters the fray with his arsenal of Haki-infused sword attacks. His mastery of advanced Conqueror's Haki allows him to exert his indomitable willpower, potentially overwhelming and demoralizing his opponents. Combining this with his masterful armament Haki, Zoro fortifies his defense and augments his attacks, imbuing his strikes with incredible power and precision. With his Haki-infused swordsmanship, Zoro unleashes devastating slashes capable of cutting through the toughest of defenses. On the opposing side, Shiryu of the Rain harnesses the art of Haki-infused swordsmanship, enhancing the cutting power and destructive force of his strikes. Furthermore, his mastery of the invisible Devil Fruit grants him the ability to disappear from sight, rendering himself invisible to his opponents. This newfound advantage enables Shiryu to attack from unexpected angles and catch his opponents off guard, adding a tactical edge to his swordsmanship. As the battle commences, Zoro showcases his exceptional swordsmanship and mastery of Haki. His advanced Conqueror's Haki may exert its influence, creating openings for devastating attacks and potentially unsettling Shiryu. Zoro's armament Haki enhances his defense and allows him to clash head-on with Shiryu's powerful strikes. Additionally, his heightened observation Haki enables him to perceive and anticipate Shiryu's movements, countering with swift and precise swordplay. Shiryu, employing his Haki-infused sword attacks and the power of invisibility, aims to gain the upper hand. His ability to turn invisible grants him an element of surprise, making it difficult for Zoro to predict and defend against his strikes. Shiryu's Haki-infused swordsmanship combines precision and strength, enabling him to inflict substantial damage on his opponents. By utilizing his invisibility, Shiryu seeks to capitalize on his concealed movements and strike with calculated precision. The outcome of this battle hinges on Zoro's ability to effectively utilize his advanced Conqueror's Haki-infused sword attacks. By relying on his exceptional observation skills, honed instincts, and swift swordplay, Zoro aims to overcome Shiryu's invisible advantage. His unwavering determination, mastery of Haki, and adaptability become crucial factors in gaining the upper hand. Conversely, Shiryu's combination of Haki-infused swordsmanship and invisibility poses a formidable challenge for Zoro. His ability to disappear from sight tests Zoro's perception and forces him to rely on intuition and experience. Shiryu's strategic use of invisibility, coupled with his powerful sword attacks, makes him a formidable adversary to overcome. So far in this story, Shiryu's ability have been hidden by Oda. However, he is suggested to possess the abilities and strength to that of an admiral, and this was before he ate the invisible fruit. Thus, taking this into account, it will be extremely difficult for Zoro to beat Shiryu in his current state, resulting to Shiryu taking the crown of victory in this battle. Upcoming is the battle we've all been eagerly waiting for, Luffy versus Blackbeard. The battle between Luffy and Blackbeard is one that has been anticipated by fans for years. Both characters are immensely powerful and their devil fruits have the potential to cancel each other out. Luffy's devil fruit awakening allows him to turn his surroundings into rubber, and he can also turn imagination into reality. This gives him a great deal of versatility in battle, as he can essentially create create any attack that he can imagine. Luffy has also mastered all 3 types of haki, which gives him even more of an edge in battle. On the contrary, Blackbeard's Darkness Fruit allows him to absorb and nullify other Devil Fruit powers. This makes him a very dangerous opponent, as he can simply absorb Luffy's Devil Fruit awakening and render him powerless. Blackbeard also has Armament and Observation haki, which makes him a formidable opponent in its own right. The outcome of the battle between Luffy and Blackbeard is difficult to predict. Both characters have their own unique strengths and weaknesses, and the battle could go either way. From what we've seen from Luffy and Blackbeard so far, here is a best possible scenario for how the battle might play out. The battle would likely start with Luffy using his Devil Fruit awakening to create a variety of different attacks. He could stress the ground beneath Blackbeard's feet, create rubber walls to block his attacks, or even turn Blackbeard's own body into rubber. However, Blackbeard's Darkness Fruit would allow him to absorb many of these attacks, rendering them ineffective. Blackbeard would also use his Darkness Fruit to create powerful attacks of his own. He could create black holes that would suck Luffy in, or he could create powerful shockwaves that would knock Luffy off his feet. Luffy would be able to resist some of these attacks with his haki, but he would eventually be overwhelmed by Blackbeard's power. In the end, Blackbeard would likely win the battle. His Darkness Fruit gives him a significant advantage against Luffy, as he is simply too powerful for Luffy to defeat. Luffy would put up a good fight, but he would ultimately be defeated by Blackbeard.